At the start of Football Manager 2024, you will find Rico Lewis as part of Manchester City's under-21s team. He has represented England at under-21 level once, and he's valued by Manchester City at £32 to £96 million. He has a contract worth £25,000 per week, and that runs through to 2028. Looking at the pitch graph, you can see he can play in a number of positions, mainly as a right back. He can move forwards into a right wing back role, can also play as a defensive midfielder or a midfielder, can even be a makeshift left back if you need him. Looking at his attributes to see what he's about, his game is built around his acceleration, agility, stamina, pace, natural fitness and strength. In the physicals, in his mentals, he has a really good set of complete stats. They include 17 for determination, 16 for bravery, 15 aggression, he has 15 positioning, 12 for teamwork, 15 for work rate. And then in the technicals, he has 12 for dribbling, 11 for first touch, 12 for passing, 12 for tackling, 12 for technique and 11 for penalty taking. Looking at him at the start of the game, he comes with a few player traits. They are: gets forward whenever possible, plays short simple passes and tries to play his way out of trouble. He's already one of those players that has broken through into Pep Guardiola's team in real life, but what will happen to him in the game? Let's jump 5 years forward and see what happens with Rico Lewis. We have now moved on. It is 2028 and we find a 23-year-old Rico Lewis is now part of Manchester City's first team. He has represented England once and he has represented the under-21s 18 times and chipped in with 3 goals. Valued by Manchester City at £93 to £279 million, and he's on a contract that is worth £275,000 per week that runs till 2033. Looking at his attributes, he has now started to really come out as a footballer, and looking at his physicals, acceleration of 15, 16 agility, 15 stamina, 15 pace, 14 for strength. In the mentals, he has now really started to show a big growth. Bravery, composure, concentration, decisions, determination, positioning and work rate all score green of 16 or above. And in the technicals, first touch of 13, marking of 12, passing of 15, tackling of 13, technique of 13. If we go into his history to look at his playing time to see how he has got on, so in the first season he would make 15 appearances. In the second season, only 12 appearances, but he did score and he had 2 assists. Then 25-26, 34 appearances, no goals, 3 assists. In the 26-27 campaign, 37 games, no goals, 2 assists. And finally 27-28, he would play 37 times, scoring once and having 1 assist. It means that in the past 2 seasons he has a 7 or better average rating. Across his career so far, a 6.97. So it's interesting to see that he's now getting more game time. Is there a bit more to come from him in terms of his development? Let's jump 5 years further forward and see what happens in 2033. So it's now 2033, we have jumped 5 years further forward and we find Rico Lewis is still at Manchester City. He's now 28 years old, has played 24 times for England, scoring 2 goals. He's valued by Manchester City at £101 to £304 million, has a contract worth £300,000 per week and that runs until 2037. Looking at the player now, we can see that he has probably reached his peak in terms of where he will be as a footballer. In the physicals, he still has impressive acceleration, agility, balance, natural fitness, pace, stamina. In the mentals, he still has anticipation, bravery, composure, concentrations, decisions, determination, positioning, all scoring 16 or above. And in the technicals, he still has first touch of 14, marking of 13, passing of 15, tackling of 13 and technique of 14. If we look at his playing time to see how he has got to where he is in his career, so at Manchester City now, being a first team regular, he's really started to make the role as a wing back or as a fullback his own. So he has played 37 appearances in the 29-30 season, 37 appearances in the 30-31 season, 37 in the 31-32 season and 36 in the 32-33 season. In terms of his goals and his assists, I thought he might have done a little bit more. He's obviously playing more as a defensive wing back or fullback than he is as an attacking one. His best season to date was with 6 assists, and in that season he got a 7.22 average rating in the 30-31 campaign. So a player now who has probably reached the peak of his powers in terms of being a footballer. There might be a little bit more to come. The big question is, will he finish off his career at Manchester City, or will he take a chance and go somewhere else? Let's jump 5 years further forward and see what happens with Rico Lewis. So we have now jumped forwards another 5 years. It is 2038 and we find a 33-year-old Rico Lewis is still at Manchester City. Now played for England 75 times, scoring twice, and he's valued by Manchester City at £26 to £78 million, has a contract worth £300,000 per week until 2039. Looking at the player, he doesn't seem to show many signs of slowing down even at the age of 33, still having those impressive physicals with acceleration, agility, balance, natural fitness, stamina still standing out. In the mentals, he doesn't seem to have lost anything there either, with anticipation, bravery, composure, concentration, decisions, determination, and positioning still scoring 16 or above. And in terms of the technicals, first touch of 15, passing of 15, and tackling of 14. He looks like he hasn't missed a beat in terms of his development, and he also doesn't look yet like he's a player in decline. Let's have a little look then at his playing time to see how he's got to this point then. So sticking it out at Manchester City, being a first team regular pretty much all throughout his career now. He got into that first team lineup in the 24-25 season and he has not looked back. In the past couple of seasons, scoring the odd goal, chipping in with some assists and getting 7.29, 7.16, 7.25, 7.10 and a 7.15 average rating to boost that stat. Looking at his career overall, he's played 513 times, scoring 6 goals, having 39 assists, 11 Player of the Match awards, and finishes with a 7.09 average rating. If we have a look at his milestones to see what he has won, both for himself and with the team he has played for, let's see how successful Manchester City have been in the game then. So back in 23, they would win the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Champions League and the Community Shield. They would be runners-up. He would win the FA Cup, runners-up in the FA Cup, win the Champions League and runners-up in the Community Shield. Carabao Cup winner, under-21 Premier Division International Cup winner in the 26 season, Premier League, Champions League winners, Community Shield runners-up, Super Cup winners. In the 27 season, FA Cup winner and Community Shield winner. 28, Carabao Cup, first international cap against North Macedonia, age 23. FA Cup runner-up again, first international goal against Ukraine. 29, Carabao Cup, Premier League, FA Cup runner-up, Champions League winner, Community Shield runner-up and Super Cup runners-up. In the 30 campaign, just a Premier League title. 31, Premier League winner, FA Cup runner-up, Community Shield runner-up. 32, Premier League, Champions League, European Championship runner-up with England, Community Shield winner and Super Cup winner. In terms of 2033, Carabao Cup winner, FA Cup runner-up, Champions League winner, Nations League winner, Super Cup runner-up. Then 34, FA Cup winner, Community Shield runner-up. 35, Nations League runners-up. 36, Premier League winner, UEFA Championship runners-up again, Community Shield winner. And then 37, Premier League winner, FA Cup runner-up, FIFA Club World Cup third place, Community Shield winner, and finally in the 38 season he was a Carabao Cup winner. So he has turned into a serial winner whilst being at Manchester City, and that has probably led to the decision to stick with the team. Obviously a first teamer is going to always want to play football. He has managed to rack up an impressive amount of appearances whilst at the club, and he has a trophy cabinet that is absolutely brimming with winners' medals or runners-up medals to go with it. So if you are still with me at this point of the video, firstly a big thank you. Secondly, if you could hit the subscribe button and like this video, I really would appreciate it. It means that if you are subscribed to the channel, you won't miss out on any of these kinds of videos. There will be more coming, and I already have quite a catalogue of players that I have looked at. If you want to go back and check some of those out, feel free to do so. And whilst you're there, check out some of the other content. There are hints, tips, tutorials, Wonderkids, Let's Plays, a little bit of something for everybody on the channel. But for this one, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on another video very soon.